Everyone, how is everybody doing on this Tuesday morning where I am? It may be afternoon or evening where you are. So I'm tired. I am very tired. Actually yesterday kind of I had some things to do, normal things, laundry, dishes, stuff like that. And I did edit and upload a video that's going to be coming up later today here on YouTube. But I was going to do some writing yesterday, but I just couldn't. My brain was just not braining. So I said, it's okay. I'm going to take the day off yesterday from writing. So that's what I did. So that was my self care. I'll be getting back to writing today. But yeah, I'm just really tired. Summers are difficult. Heat, humidity, constant caregiving for Rena. So I'm pretty exhausted. So even though I am going to be doing some writing today, I'm going to do some things to make it even better. I'm going to have some of my tea light. I've got I don't know the exact scent of it, but it's like a fall pumpkin Halloweeny type candle that I've lit for Summerween. I lit it the first day of Summer Spooks, which is hosted by Edie Lewis. Check out his channel if you haven't. But that kicked off Monday. So when I did my reading, I lit that candle. So that fall scent just also was self care to me. So I'm going to check the comments now, see who's here today and what's going on with everyone. Hello, Kat. Look at you working out and now getting on to some admin, knocking all of it out this morning. Good work. Yo, I love. See, that is self care. No cook recipes. Plus, where I am, it's too hot. Nobody wants. Nobody wants to cook. It's rough right now. It's already like it's so hot. It's humid. Like I get up in the mornings and the windows, there's like condensation all over them. You can't see, anything outside because of the humidity. So that drains a lot of my energy too. And then when you add to that Rena being here every day, and we have a lot going on right now. We have a baby shower coming up for our grandbaby in a couple of months. So that's exciting and a lot of fun. And then this weekend, Tim and Rena and I are going to be going to stay at my dad's house and then visit my mom in the nursing home. So that's also on my mind this week because you know, as much as we need to go, and I want to go, I want to see my mom. But those of you who know the situation know how difficult it is. And every time I get home from that, like if we get home on Sunday afternoon, then it takes me till about Thursday of the next week to sort of get my emotions back on a kind of even keel because it just weighs me down so much. So I know that's part of why I'm tired too, just this anticipation, not to mention having to pack for me and Rena, when we get a little closer to the end of the week. So it's just of a lot of stuff that's weighing heavy on me right now. And so I'm trying to find a balance between doing the work that I need to do and want to do, and then just having time where I don't have to think about anything. So let me know what you've been doing for self care, or if you're struggling, if there's a roadblock or a stumbling block that you've run up against while you're trying to practice self care. Let me know and maybe we can work that kind of stuff out and help each other. Let me see. Some good mornings and hellos from our lovely community. Yeah, Kat, you're about to have a big self care, a fun scrapbook event, which I'm so excited for you and Kelsey and everybody else who's going to be going. That just sounds like a wonderful time of creativity and community, and I'm so excited for you. Yes, yeah. So I'm so proud of you for getting that massage. I used to get them. Well, I say there were 3 months in a row, like at the beginning of 2025, where Tim and I both got to get massages. But then some financial things changed for us, so we have not been able to get massages since like March of 2025. And those were the first that we'd had. Those were the first, January 2025 was the first massage Tim had ever had. It was the second one that I had, but the other one, it had been like, oh my gosh, 20 years probably since I'd had the one and only massage that I'd had until Tim and I went and got them. And it was nice to have like 3 months in a row. And we're like, ooh, this is helping us stress wise, mental, physical, all of the things. And then we couldn't do it anymore. So, but hopefully, hopefully we can get back to it because my brain is it's constantly going. I mean, it just really never stops. Even if I'm relaxing, even if I'm reading, watching something, it's still analyzing everything. And then also I'm thinking about 50 other things, and I struggle so much with getting my brain to quiet down. But when I had massages for that hour, nothing was in my brain except peace. And that is very rare. Like my mind wasn't racing. I wasn't thinking about all the things I needed to do, just peace. So it was just one of those rare times without medication that I could just calm down and be present and enjoy it. And then the benefits afterwards, too, just that relaxation, release of tension, just perfect. Same here. Yes. Summer spooks and then summer wean. It is helping me a lot too. Even though the, the temperature outside is telling me, oh, baby, it's summer, I can still be inside of my air conditioner with the scents and the books and the movies and things that are really getting me pumped up. Right. Yeah. Like even with Tim being a nurse, and I make a little bit with online like teaching middle and high school, and I make a little bit on Substack. But yeah, I would have to get a whole lot more too if I could if I could really want to get a massage every month, right? We need to figure this out, Kat. We need to do something. Oh, that's nice, Eleanor. That is very nice. I've had a few manicures in my life. I have not had a pedicure before. That is something I would also like to do. Because I know I need it. My feet, like my heels, because I go barefoot so much of the time, and my house is mostly ceramic tile. And I do wear slippers, but when it gets hot in the summer, sometimes I can't stand to have those slippers on. So I'm constantly like walking barefoot on these hard floors. So I get the rough heels and stuff. And when I have the energy, I will do like the sloughing off of the dead skin and do the lotion. But sometimes when I get out of the shower, I'm like, I don't feel like doing anything else. Yes, I love to see it. But, right? We do need literally be like, hey, help us, please help us. That is one thing um my therapist was talking about is like with Eastern medicine, there is a lot of focus on things like massage and acupuncture. and she was talking about how insurance, for us here won't cover that kind of stuff. I don't guess anybody's does. I don't know if you have insurance that'll cover a massage for you. Let me know. But I have insurance that's definitely not going to cover a massage, but it is a health aspect. It is something that can keep you from getting as stressed out and not having to take as much medicine. And I don't know. I don't know. I just wish massages would be covered too, because it's a physical and mental help. I can imagine. I can definitely imagine. That's what I'm gonna do. That I'm gonna save up because we have a place in Mobile. They will do like the full like massages, pedicures, spa days. So that is something that I can work toward. I can put some money back every month and save up for like the full spa treatment. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save up for like a whole weekend to go just spend by myself and have my own retreat with spa and all of that. That's my goal. That's my goal. Now I have something to look forward to, and y'all can hold me accountable and be like, hey, did you put that money back for your spa weekend? Yeah, I wish we could get it. That's true. Well, my birthday is in April, so maybe I should ask for it for Christmas, right? We're a little bit closer to Christmas. That is a great idea though. Say, hey, this is what I want. Because usually Tim, he will just tell me exactly what you want. I mean, sometimes he surprises me with stuff, but a lot of times he's just like, just tell me what you want. Yeah, it does it. It gives me something to work toward and something to save toward, and something to look forward to. So I think we are at the end of comment. Wait, no, we have one more. See, that's what you need to do, Kat, too. We need, you know what? We need to like team up together and go for a spa weekend. And that way we won't be bothered by anybody else. It'd just be you and me. And I don't think you'll bother me. So that we could do like a big self-care thing. Everybody meet up in Mobile. But not in the summer, which is going to take a little while to save that money anyway. I don't recommend coming anywhere near here in the summer. Late fall. Late fall is perfect. So we will go ahead now to our first sprint, and it's about 9:20. So we can come back at 5 after the next hour. So I will go ahead and put that up. Edit one of these little tickers to reflect that. Hey, Kaylin, it's so good to see you today too. Yeah, I'm sorry you're dealing with work frustration. Hopefully, this time of just chatting and getting away for a little bit, even if you just take 5 or 10 minutes to do some deep breathing, hopefully that can help you handle the stress of work. And join us on the self care retreat. And some good mornings and hi. Hi, Amanda. How are you today? It's great to see you here. Let us know what you're up to. You are welcome. Very welcome. and some haze and hide. Okay, everybody. So practice some self care. I promise while I do work, I'm going to be doing some self care in with it too. Lots of yeses for the self care retreat. We got to save our money, y'all. I will see y'all in about 45 minutes. Hello. Hello, everyone. Back again. I hope you got some self care done. I am in the middle of doing some writing, but I did get a little snack to help me get through the writing process. So let's see where we left off on comments. Some more greetings from the community to each other. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Cleaning up desk, packing pango, writing a to-do list. I got to pack a pango order today too. Sounds like you are on the ball with things this morning, Alicia. Hellos and highs, and some more hellos and highs. Hello, it's so lovely to see you. I believe your name is Amy. Is that right? Let me know. No, it's okay. You're not late. You're right on time for when you need to be here. Look at you. You've been taking care of stuff though, cleaning, doing laundry. Nice. See, I like when I can, I like to knock my task out in the morning so that the rest of the day, my brain is also better in the morning because a lot of times once I hit lunch, my brain just takes a nosedive and goes straight into brain fog. Do some journaling. I love it. Hello, hello, Swank. Konnichiwa. Let it go day. Oh, I like that. Let it go. Just let it go. Happy Pink Flamingo Day. Happy Detroit style pizza day. Okay, now see, I know there's a New York style pizza, and I've had Chicago deep dish in Chicago. I went to Chicago in March of like 2024 to present at a conference, and that was the best pizza I've ever had in my life. That Chicago deep dish, can't even talk, Chicago deep dish. I didn't know there was a Detroit style pizza, but now I need to check that out. Very good. Good for you, Swain, for sleeping in. Very good. That is definitely self care. Absolutely. Sleeping in is self care. Some more hellos and highs. I love it so much. I love how we all greet each other. Everybody's happy to see everybody. Comments on nice to sleep in. Yeah, YouTube does some weird things. But yeah, I don't know sometimes what's going on with YouTube. I do not know. Yep, that's I don't know if it, I mean, I feel like even before I got to the age I am now, I was still more productive in the morning. It was just like once lunch hit, it's just kind of that slump and I get on the downside. So I try to do the most brain taxing activities in the morning, like writing. Like right now, I'm writing a Substack article, and that's very brain taxing. So I try to get that mostly done before lunch. And I don't have to finish the article today. I've got the rest of this week. So I'm going to work until lunchtime, and then we'll see after that. I may go straight into some self care, some reading, watching something, things like that. Journaling, I haven't done my junk journal in a couple of months, I feel like. And so that's something that I'm missing out on. So I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is, or my journal where my mouth is, and I'm going to journal this afternoon after lunch. I'm going to say that's it for this article writing for today, and then I'm going to journal. So after self care sprints, Rena and I have to run a couple of errands. And then when we get home from those, I'm going to journal today. There we go. I made a decision. And let's see with some more comments. Ciao. Hello. Hello. Very nice, Kat. You did knock all that stuff out. 5 admin tasks. Yeah, because you have your trip, your retreat tomorrow. So you need to knock everything out. Hellos. Yep, after lunch. It is it's definitely gotten worse since I've gotten older. It dropped down for me too, even like I said when I was younger, but it's much much worse. And then especially after I run errands with Rena, I'm not going to be in any kind of headspace to try to write more on this article. And that's something else I'm reminding myself with Substack. Like my what I have been doing so far is 2 articles a week, and that's really too much. That's too much. Quality over quantity. So I'm going to switch that to 1 article a week, and then another thing that I'll have in the weeks is for the paid subscribers, my literary course. So 1 article a week, and then work for the literary course. That's going to be enough. Because if I just try to turn out a whole bunch of stuff, it's not really going to be quality because I've rushed through or I haven't given myself enough time to process and really write what I want to write. Go Jen, go Cat, go Kaylin. Thank you for being here. I just love our communities, just so friendly and welcoming and encouraging, making everybody, know that this is a safe space to join, to share your self care triumphs and your self care struggles. So it is we'll just go ahead and say it's close enough to 15 after the hour. So we'll just come back at the next hour. So for me, that will be 11. What is happening here? Okay. All of a sudden, I might have gone away for a minute because my screen went black and then it popped right back up. So I don't know what happened there. So right now, the reading list for Module 1 is available, and then on Friday, the reading list for part of Module 2 will be available. So right now, it's just the reading list, so everybody can gather any reading materials that they need. Most of the reading will be done online, free. I'm trying to make it as accessible as possible. There may be a few times you might need to borrow or purchase something, but most of it can be read online because this course focuses on short stories, poetry, and essays instead of novels. And the course officially launches on August 31st. But like I said, I'm going ahead and getting just the reading list out so that people have time to prepare and get ready. But I will link both the introductory article where I introduce the course, and I will link the Module 1 reading list in the comments after we go on break. So hopefully that answered your question. If not, please ask and I will clarify. But I'm excited. Very excited. A little nervous, but mostly excited. All right, everybody. I will see you in about 45 minutes. Hello, everybody. So, how did you all do during that self care sprint? Did a little bit of stretching and then got back to some more writing. So, let me see what you all got up to. And I was sharing the introduction to my American Haunting course for adults that I'll be launching on Substack. The official launch August 31st, but there's prep material going up now, which I talked about a moment ago, but that's the introduction. And that is the module one reading list. And some hellos and highs. And you are very welcome, Kat. Ooh, look at Swank, coffee and a bagel with smoked salmon, cream cheese. Yum. Started watching Gravity Falls, Summerween. Yep. So I do know, like, I never watched Gravity Falls, but because of my love for Halloween and Summerween, I do know that they have the little Summerween, what's Summerween? And they kind of talk about it. So I do know the clip, but not the whole show. But that's the perfect thing to watch for Summerween. Maybe I need to watch at least that episode, right? Even though I haven't watched any more of Gravity Falls, but I feel like I maybe could at least watch that Summerween episode. So let's see. Oh yeah, Brazilian bum bum cream. It does. It does definitely give that summer smell. It's weird because like right now, I have Bath and Body Works soap in my bathroom. So my back bathroom is like a sweet orange blossom. So it's jasmine and lavender and orange, like a summer smell. And my hallway bathroom is like Waikiki Beach coconut. So summer scents in the bathroom, but then I light my fall candle. So to me, that kind of screams Summerween because I've got like the pumpkin scented candle and then I've got the coconut, scented soaps and stuff. So it's the kind of mingling of the two, and I'm not mad about it. So I was gonna mention too, while I'm thinking about it, because Eleanor just popped in the comment there, and that made me think about Ghouls Night In, which is a podcast that I found out about through Eleanor. But their latest episode is about Charlotte Perkins Gilman's The Yellow Wallpaper, which, spoiler alert, the yellow wallpaper is included in module 2 of my course. So I will link that episode down in the comments when we go on the next sprint in case you want to check out the yellow wallpaper episode. But read the story first. It's a very short story. You can read it online. So I will give you a little preview, even though I did say on my module one reading list, I'm not going to say you can't read until the course officially starts, but I feel like you'll benefit more from the reading if you wait till we officially kick off and I give you like access to a video talking about the context of the literature and stuff like that. But I mean, a lot of you probably already know the yellow wallpaper. So I will just go ahead and link that just to give you a heads up if you want something to listen to and something to read while we're on our next self-care sprint. So let me see what everybody is chatting about here. Oh, yeah, I know you and Kat both love picture books. Now, when my kids were little, I have, I still have so many picture books from when they were little, and some of them they took with them, and then some I'm keeping here. But there were certain ones they're like, you can never get rid of this one. And so I have a big collection of picture books. Jasmine, yeah, it does smell very good. Thank you for checking out my Substack, Cat. Updated calendar, texted Kelsey. Scrapbook events, made a list of errands, 6 places to go. Look at you. You are really getting it all done today, Kat. I am excited for you. Same. Yeah. I am, I will do some of the summer scents as far as like my bathroom soaps, but my candles are almost always fall or winter scents because I have migraine, which thankfully is controlled pretty well with once a month injections and then a rescue med if I do get one, but I still have to be careful. And for me, a lot of the summer and spring scented candles will trigger a migraine. And I'm not a big fan of those smells, except like coconut, jasmine, lavender. I do like that. But for candles, for the most part, though, it's fall and winter scented candles the majority of the year. I'm so excited for you, Kat. Yeah, there is a Gulf Coast junk journaling group that meets up every so often. I haven't been able to make it to any of the meetups yet, but that's something that I would love to do. So I can't wait to hear how your junk journal class goes. That sounds like so much fun. Yes, I bet that's the fall and winter scented scents. Oh, see, another junk journaler here. Yeah, and I am gonna get to it this afternoon. That is my big self-care today is to say enough with the article after lunch and enjoy junk journaling. More love for Gardenia. Oh, picture books. So Amy, be sure to put your information down so Eleanor can follow you. I know she's on Substack. She talks a lot about the picture books there. Lemon, yes. My problem though is if I have lemon scented soap, which I do have some of that, then I always want to make like lemon squares every time I get that or lemon pie. So then I'm like, I get a craving now. If I can get my scroll or something. This sometimes stuff pops up, gets in my way. Nice. Working on journals. Lots of journals going on today. Oop. You're welcome, Alicia. I'm glad you could make it. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Yes, I actually made some homemade lavender syrup a week or two ago because we do have lavender that we're growing, but it did really well for a while. So I was able to make one thing of syrup, but now it's not, there are no more blooms coming up on it. So I don't know what's going on with it, but it was my first time to make homemade lavender syrup and it was so good. I did it in like a lavender latte and it was absolutely delicious. I just wish I had more because my lavender, I don't know, it stopped producing, so I don't know what's going on with it. You'll do great, Kat, especially because you've already, done scrapbooking and stuff, and then junk journaling. There's really like no pressure. Like I sometimes still put pressure on myself, but really it's just about putting your stuff in a way that speaks to you and having fun. So I think you'll have a good time with it. Let's see. I totally understand. I've had to drop some of my streaming subscriptions and other stuff because I you can't do all the things. We just can't. We can't do it all. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm glad you were able to get some stuff done. So now you can relax because we all need to practice our self care, especially when we're stressed the most or things are bothering us. It's the hardest then to step away from all of that because we feel like we've got so much that we have to do. But if we don't give ourselves a break, then we pay for it later and then we end up having to take time off that's not so much fun because we're sick. Oh, it seems like y'all would have some. I would think, that there would be some. I know, right? Now I'm like, now I want to make them. Yes, exactly. Like it's funny because Tim will be like, say, grab something. He's like, "Do you want to keep this for your junk journal?" I'm like, yes. And then sometimes he'll show me something, and I'll be like, no, I don't believe I need. I don't believe I need to have that. So we will do one more sprint. So it is, I would say it's about a quarter after, it's close enough. So we'll come back at noon, and this will be our last sprint. So that'll give us a little more than 45 minutes. So I will pop that up and we'll just come right back at the next hour, whatever that is for you. It's noon for me. This said last sprint, even though it really wasn't the last sprint. But if you need to go, then go ahead. This is the last sprint. A minute ago, it wasn't. I messed up. But this is for real, the last sprint. But if you have to head out, go ahead. Yes, I understand. Like chronic issues, like my migraines too. I have major depressive disorder, so sometimes mentally, I just can't either. So yeah, we just do what we can, right? Because it is a creative outlet, and you know we all, I know I put a lot of pressure on myself, especially because I have that paid aspect now. So I'm just trying to make sure that I'm putting out quality, even if it's not 2 articles a week, it's just one. Yeah, because we have to take care of ourselves too, definitely. Yep, exactly. Because if it stops being fun, then yeah, then it's not worth it. It's really not. All right, I will see you all at the next hour. Happy self care. everyone. How did you do during that last sprint? I got lunch taken care of, and now I'm psyching myself up for me and Rena to get out and run a couple of errands in this lovely heat and humidity of summer. Oh. Hi, Sue. It's good to see you. How are you today? What have you been doing to practice self care? Let us know. And Kat had to hop off, and I hope you have a wonderful. I know you won't see this because you're gone, Kat, but best wishes to you for your scrapbooking adventure. I know you're going to have a great time. And I do want to pop back up here and say Swank has a great neighbor who brought her some chocolate chip cookies. And I was also saying, well, I wish I had a neighbor like that would bring me some cookies. Oh, look at you, Eleanor's pedicure appointment and engagement party. Sounds like a fun weekend ahead, Eleanor. That's going to be nice. Swank did morning pages. Swank is on the ball with morning pages and study books, always working. Wonderful, Kaylin. I'm glad, especially with the stress that you are having with work, I'm glad you were able to do something that could bring you joy. And that's what I'm going to do when I get back from running errands. I'm going to do some journaling today. And Amy had lunch decorating in the bathroom. Ooh, that sounds fun. I love redecorating. Fed the cats, had breakfast. Oh, well, you know what? Sleeping in is a big, big part of self care, Sue. So you are, you might not be here on sprints, but you are living what these sprints are all about. And that is self care. Thank you, Swank. I'm glad you were able to be here. Enjoy your cookies. Enjoy the rest of the week. And I will see you next week. Thank you, Eleanor. Thank you for being here. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day and week. Yeah, it's on me because Alicia, I did have last sprint in there, even though that one wasn't the last sprint, this one really is. So I knew, like, after you said, thank you for the sprints, and then I looked, I said, oh no, she thought that was the last one. So that was on me. I didn't notice in the banner. There you go. Lunch cleaned up. Very good. Everybody's getting their stuff done. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody. And then I forgot to say, if you're catching us on the replay, thank you so much for being there. And let us know in the comments what you got up to. Because even if you can't make the live sprints, I want to know what you did when you caught the replay. So thank you all so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye.